What's happening in recruiting, at least in basketball nowadays, is it's starting earlier and earlier. And so if an athlete is not keyed in by the time they're in ninth grade to the recruiting process, they may find that the train is moving on and they're not on it. What Real Recruits and what an app like this does is allows them to get involved in the recruiting process much earlier. Obviously, if you're a McDonald's All-American or a blue chip player, the colleges will find you. But the vast majority of kids are those that are not in that level, and they have to do a little bit of work in selling themselves to the universities and to the prospective schools, or at least, at the very least, letting those schools know that they're interested and would like to be considered. And so the contacts, the early contacts with coaches, the ability to show your game in a full format rather than just a highlight, those are things that college coaches will find invaluable as they begin to narrow down the list of kids that they're going to recruit. As the recruiting rules have become tighter and tighter and there's less opportunity for coaches to have the direct contact with student athletes, if they can do it using social media or something of that nature, then that's going to give the up-and-coming prospect an advantage over other kids that aren't using this type of a system. In terms of the relationships that need to be built, one thing that's important to understand is that the college coaches, they're looking for solid students, great citizens, great basketball players to come in and help to develop their program. And they have very few scholarships available. So they have to be precise in their decisions. It's really up to the family and the students to reach out and to initiate those contacts. And they can start off with print or emails or things like that. But then there's got to be some personal contact that takes place so that the college coach can begin to get a sense of the personality, the seriousness of an individual, and the quality of the person. And the more that they can get a feel for that, if the basketball, if the physical talent and the skill levels are there, then that makes that person that much more interesting to the prospective college and begins to build a recruiting process.